Alright guys, well there's something that we haven't done yet, and that's the paint. Now, I have said to you earlier in earlier videos that I was not going to paint the entire car, that it is going to simply be a preservation, not a restoration on this car. So, if you watch the first video, you're going to notice that there are lots of rust spots and holes, and the very first video is about probably my best one because it's the only video I shot in 4K that will allow you to look at the condition of what we had to work with, all the things that had to be repaired. But I'm not restoring the whole car, which required lots of quarter panels and metal patches. I'm just not going to do that, not for now, at least not now at this point. So I had to decide what to do with the paint. I would have preferred to leave all of the 70s era paint, which is from the bird wing up, is all from the 70s. So the whole car had been done painted that way, but there's too many places to blend, and it was just impossible to try to get the exact color to match blending it. If it would have been the original paint, it would have been a different story, and in a later video I'm going to show you, I did expose some of the original paint. But if you watch the very first video, even if you don't watch the whole 28 minutes of it, you will, it's just a better quality view of the condition of the body. And I'll tell you the truth, is that we didn't make a lot of videos. We did make some when Ray came up, my Mopar paint guy did come up. There's about 13 minutes of video of painting the car. But we did not paint from the bird wing up. Everything from the bird wing up is still the 70s. But what we did is we did everything from the bird wing down, which included that rot hole in that fender on the other side, which you can see in that video. And if Gail and I get good enough to edit some, we're going to try some professional editing, because I've got professional editing software. We've been winging it with standard Windows 10 editing software. We're going to try to raise the bar, because we didn't really make any videos of the actual me doing the body work, which, by the way, was 3 weeks of my time. 3 weeks on this car was just cutting metal out. I used very little body filler. In fact, a little can of body filler, I used half of that in the entire car. Everything else was either I used fiberglass to patch holes, lots of seam sealer. Probably 12 to 13 tubes of seam sealer went into this car. Everywhere there was old seam sealer has all been taken out and scraped out and wire wheeled out, and I used all modern seam sealer. That included seam sealing all the patches that I did, all the work on the quarter panels inside the trunk. Nothing was just lots of layers of fiberglass. I actually spent the time to make all of the metal pieces cut, fit, and put together and seam sealed, so that when you see the finished results, which you will see them in a while, we're not there yet, you will get a chance to look at the car, what it looks like. Now, in the videos of the paint videos, there's a very good possibility we're not going to use any of those in this video clip. This is just, I would say, we could call it a commercial for the paint videos that are coming up. We're not exactly sure how we're going to edit this, but we have to try to drop pictures in, because there's a lot of good pictures that we took. We don't have in video. But the videos we do have is when Ray came up on that Saturday morning when we painted the car, and everything's painted from here down. So you will get a chance to really get a much better view of what I had done, and depending on how Gail and I do the editing, which you can rate us, you can tell us how we're doing, but we're going to seriously sit down and try to go to level 2 of editing, because we want to raise the bar. So there's probably about 13 minutes of video of the paint. So what we're going to do is we'll continue to upload those things and to get you some video stuff, but we're not going to drag it out like 13 minutes, because what we're finding is that 8 to 10 minute videos for across the board for everybody seems like a reasonable amount of time to spend with us. If we have to cut more videos, we will, but we're going to try to slow those down. So that pretty much is a wrap for this kind of commercial for what we've got up and coming. But for now, it's time for 8 seconds with Gail.
Hey boys, you like what you've been watching? You have? Fantastic. You want to watch some more? Then hit that subscribe button there for me, and you can watch a lot more. Thanks.